Good evening, young'uns. Granny Karen's back. I'm so happy to see all of you. How is everyone doing tonight? I wasn't around last week. My poor old arthritis and my gout was bothering me. But I'm so grateful for that crafty cub. He was nice enough to fill in for me. I'm not even certain what he did. Oh, he was doing that ghost doily that he was working on. That was some fancy stitching there he did. We never did anything like that one my day. But I'm back. How's everybody? Let me take a look over here at this newfangled device called the internet. Let's see here. If you don't know me, my name is Granny Caron Cakes Merino, and the crafty cub, he is nice enough to have invited me to be his host on Thursday nights. And right here on this Thursday night, we're going to be seeing some vintage crochet patterns. And I'm going to do some filet crochet for all of you tonight. Alrighty, here. See if I can get my thread. Granny Caron seems to have gotten her thread all up in a knot. We can try to fix that. I think we did fix that. What do you know? Alright. So let's see what's going on in here in this here. Well, hello there, Gary Jr. Trolling. In my day, that's what my husband Hank did. He used to go fishing, and he used to go trolling, whatever that meant. Something to do with a motor and a boat. Alrighty, here. Hey there, Shadow Arch. How are you doing? And hey there, I think you go by the name of Sue. Your spelling is already out the window. I understand that. Forgive me for my grammar. Probably living its best life on another continent. I hear you on that one, young lady. Alrighty, here. We're going to click over this. And we're going to start this here. Hey there, fairy dust. At least Granny Caron didn't get her girdle in it. Don't be talking about my girdle. I never. I'm always wearing a girdle. I've worn a girdle every day since I was 14. Alrighty, here. Right here, up on the thing, on the screen. See that? That looks like a chicken. We're going to do some filet crochet in a chicken pattern. And, why has it got a red box on it? Alrighty. Okay. Alright. So this pattern here, it says, it's from this book called Priscilla's Filet Crochet Book. I think if I remember correctly, this came out before I was born. That came out, I think, in the 19-teens, 1911, if I'm not mistaken. And, not that fairy dust, that crochet, not that crochet. Come on, Caron, get it in gear. That crafty cub, that's his name. He told me to put in this. There you go. Right there, that's the pattern for this. If you go to that purple words and you click on the thing and guess it pulls up something and you go down to page 39 and you'll be able to find this pattern here that I'm going to be doing, this filet crochet of this chicken. And on that web, the web thing, what do you call it? The picture. There's a whole bunch of other different patterns of filet crochet in there. So it's just not the chicken. Oh, my word! How many They got 59 pages to that. So you got lots of patterns over there to stitch up. Alrighty, here. So all we got to go by is this picture here, this chart, this diagram, and it's got 43 squares right across there. I can't even show it because it's right up above me. but it's got 43. So what we need to do here for filet crochet, the way I was taught, each little square is 3 stitches. So if it's a white square, 59 pages of holy crochet. You got that right there, fairy dust. So every time there's a little white square, that's got 3 stitches, and those 3 stitches is a double crochet and 2 chain. Hey there, Clay Miko. How are you doing, young lady? So every time you see a white square, you do a double crochet and 2 chains. Grady Caron's got something in her eye. Alrighty, let me get my spectacles back on. And every time you see a black square, we're going to do 3 double crochets. We're doing this chicken fillet pattern, and it's not a chicken fillet that you're going to have for dinner. It's not that type of fillet. So like I said, every time you see this a white little square, it's a double crochet and 2 chains, and every time you see a black square, it's 3 double crochets. Granny Caron can't seem to get maybe an eyelash out of my eye. If there's an eyelash, I'll have to make a wish on it. I don't see no eyelash. Alrighty. So to start this here, we see right at the very bottom, it's all white squares. And there's 43. So you multiply that by 3, because each white square is 3 stitches. So that's 100, and my arithmetic ain't what it used to be. That's 129, but that's only for the chain, because you got to chain first. So we're going to do 129 chains, and that first actual row is all white. So that means we got to chain up to the side, because you got that turning chain. And then that row, that first square that we're going to do, has got is white, so it's going to be 2 chains and a double crochet. So that means we take our chain, so it's 43 times 3, so that's 129. So that's the main chain, and then we got to do the turning chain, which is 3, and then for the first box is 2 more stitches. So that's what, 134? It's 134. Hope I didn't confuse all you. This old lady is confused as it is. So I got to chain up 134. And let me make this a little bit closer so you all can see. I'm pretty good there, Clay Miko. Am I sure? Am I sure about what? I'm never sure. I learned that a long time ago. Alrighty. I think so. Again, it's 43 squares, and each square is 3. So you multiply 43 times 3, and that's 129. And that's just for the chain, for the base chain. But then at the end, you need to do your turning chain, so that's 3 chains, because that's the height of a double crochet. So that's the turning chain. And the very first box that we have is white. So that means it's an open. So that's 2 chains and then a double crochet. But we're counting the chains first. So if my arithmetic is right, it's 129 plus the 3 for the turning chain and plus the first 2 chains of that first box. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't think you need to hear me count to 134. It's 10, 9 and 50. Use stitch markers? Yeah, I should use stitch markers. So that was 50. Here's 51. Let me put a stitch marker in number 50 there. It's a good idea there. And thank you for that that drum sound there, Clean Miko. So that was 50. Let me get myself some more stitch markers. That was number 1 because we did one more. Oh, I got a knot here. That was number 26. There we go. $40. 49 and 50. So that's a total of 100. Do one more just so I have enough room to put the little stitch marker. That's number 50. We did one. Two, 4, 6, 27. So there's 127. So that's for my 43 stitches. But that first row there is all white squares. So to do a white little square here, I got to chain up for the side. So that's 3, 2, 3. And then the first little square we're going to make right here, we're going to put 2 chains. So that's all the chains we're going to need. And I got to count back. So that was our 2 chains we did for the actual top of the square. And then we did 3 chains, and that is our turning chain for the side. 1, 2. That's for 5. And we're going to skip 2 because that's going to be the bottom of our first little square. And in the very next stitch, let me look here. I can't even see this. 2, 3. All right. Right here in this stitch, we're going to do a little double crochet. And that double crochet will be a little square. So it's got 2 chains here at the bottom, 3 on the side, and 2 at the top. All right, here. Now for the rest of this, since the whole row is all white squares, they're all going to be chain 2, skip 2, do a double. Chain 2. Can't even see here, my word. All right. Skip 2, do the double right there. Chain 2. See where that stitch went into. I can't even see this. Skip 2. And then the third one, we're going to do a double. Chain 2, skip 2, and then that third. It's almost like chain 2, skip to my loo. So what are you all youngins working on? Are you crocheting or knitting or making something fun? two. But yeah, this here pattern is from 1911. That was before Granny Caron was around. Get two. Crocheting a pair of kimono baby booties. I bet that's going to be adorable for that little baby. I can get this stitch marker out of here. Don't need you. I was found doing filet crochet. That first row was not my favorite. I think I'm with the Crafty Cub. We don't like stitching into that chain. Oh, and that Crafty Cub, he was so nice. Well, your yarn of choice was not the best. I understand how that can be. Sometimes you don't make the right choice. And hey there, Grammy. Listening to you while you're making dinner. Pork tenderloin, roasted Brussels sprouts, baked with sweet potatoes, and homemade cornbread. That sounds like a feast. But yeah, I've picked out a yarn before on certain projects, and I get most of the way into it, and it didn't work out, but we made do with it. Sounds good as long as the cornbread isn't sweet cornbread. Hey there, Mama Rita. How are you doing on this fine Thursday? I have returned to the Crafty Cubs internet channel here. That one week, there were some technical problems. Couldn't get the something to work. Crafty Cub and my grandson Alpaca were trying to figure it out, and he got too late, so that didn't happen. And then last week, dear old Granny Caron here, my arthritis and my gout were really bothering me, so Crafty Cub filled in, and it's perfect timing because he was working on that ghost doily. Shadow says it's really fuzzy and soft, but it snarls easily. I don't like yarn that snarls. Nah, I don't like it. Granny, well, you finished this in one go. I'm gonna make it an effort. If not, then next time I see you all, we will try to finish it up. We'll see how it goes. I got 43 of these rows to do. And each row, like I said, we're doing this filet crochet here. So it does work up a little fast, but it's going to take a little time. Slightly sweet and moist, not the god awful dry stuff your mother used to make. Yeah, dear old Granny Karen's grandmother used to make a really dry cornbread too. Need to stay up quite long, so company's always nice. Well, I'm going to do my best here, young lady. Here. Getting near, I'm at my next stitch marker. So hopefully we counted right and we went into the right amount of stitches. Yep, two. Oh, we got to go right into where that stitch marker is. Go into this third one. And that's all this filet crochet is. If it's got a white square, you're going to chain two, skip two chains, and then that third chain, do a double crochet. Randy Karen's chain was not the same size, but that's all right. But that crafty cub, he's a nice young man. He said that come sometime in November, him and his friends got some tickets to go drag racing, and he was nice enough to give me his ticket, so I'm gonna go see some race cars. Fairy Dust's Grammy. I like the unsweetened dry kind, sops up all the juices, and the dessert, I mix the cornbread and milk together in a bowl and eat it with a spoon. Fairy Dust, that's how my grandmother used to do it as well. Trying to find this next stitch. And Karen's almost done this first row. What's everyone else working on? Thank you for the follow right there, Lyric Painter. I appreciate it, and the Crafty Cup appreciates you as well. My name is Granny Karen Cakes Merino, and I'm here on the Crafty Cups channel every Thursday, and we do some lacy vintage crochet patterns. I'm working on this chicken filet pattern from 1911. You making some granny squares there, Fairy Dust? I know the Crafty Cubs loves those granny squares. My word, I think I might have missed a stitch or counted wrong. We're going to see right here when we get done this last little square, and I'm going to count these little squares, and I should have 43 of them. I was 43 one time, long time ago. I got 42. I need one more square. My word. All righty here. You know what Granny Karen's going to do? Granny Karen's going to get a little creative. We're going to do a little, we're going to sneak one in here. This bottom little corner isn't going to be perfect. Maybe that Clean Miko was right and my count was off. All righty here. We put a little extra one in there. Ain't nobody gonna know any difference there. Grammy says my mother was from the mountains of North Carolina. That's all she ate as a snack at night, and it was gross. My ex-mother-in-law was from Minnesota. She would pour milk over stale popcorn as a snack. Another gross. Yeah, I agree with you, Grammy. It does sound kind of gross. And Sue says, I told Cub that I worked on a cardigan that needs to be done on Saturday. So far, behind schedule. Oh no, it's Thursday right now. You need to get a move on that. See if you can speed it up a little. Alrighty here. So we got our 43 squares. I'm going to chain up 3 because that's going to be a double crochet, and we're going to turn. Oh, Granny Karen's got to mark this off. Alrighty here. Let me find that there. Had to redo the sleeve 4 times. First sleeve 4 times. Hope it fits down so I can make the second one. I hope so. Alrighty here. So we got that first row done. So that chain 3 there is a double crochet, but we need to have another open square just like what did here. So we're going to do 2 more chains. And we're going to do a double into our double. And then it's going to be chain 2, skip 2, and a double into the double all the way across, because this row here also has all open squares. That's all we're doing for this row is chain 2, skip 2, and do the double into the double, which is a basic filet mesh. And it's the following row is where we gonna add some of the stitches to make it look like a pattern. Oh, that crafty cub, he told me to let you all know he made something new here on his little television show. Something about channel points, and there's a new channel point. Has something to do with me. I'm not certain what that has to do with how to work all that, but he just told me to let everyone know that there's a channel point thing for dear old Granny Karen. I know you can't see what. Oh, what? My word. Well, look at that. That looks like me dancing. I don't know if I can move that good anymore. That was kind of fun. Things that they can do with computers these days. My day, we didn't have no computers. I remember before television was as popular, we had to sit around and listen to the radio. I remember sitting and listening to the radio. My favorite radio show was Little Orphan Annie. Y'all are probably too young to know that. So we make Granny Caron to the Harlem Shake. I don't know what the Harlem Shake is. I've never been to Harlem. Granny Caron's almost done this row. And I don't even know what size this is going to be. Just know it's going to be a chicken. I think I need to find a new pair of spectacles. I can these old eyes and I can't see what I need to see. Here, a couple more little squares to make. When I get to the end here, I'll show you what it's looking like so far. Here, gotta skip two, go into that third one there. I'm at my end. And that's what we got. We got two rows of 43 of these open square pieces. That's the first 2 rows. Let me mark this off here. This thing mark. Losing my head. Alrighty here. Let's see, I gotta count this. 1, 2. That's 7. 3. That's 7. So I gotta do 7 of these open ones. So if it's an open one, I gotta chain up 5. 1, 2, 5. That counts as 3, which is the side. And 2 chains for the top of this little next square here. Double into the double. Gotta make 7. Is it 7? That's 7. So that's 1. Here is number 2. Oh, come on. Come on, Caron. Get it in the right stitch. That was 2. 3. 4. We're just counting these little squares we're making. It's 4. Number 5. 6. And that's number 7. So we got our 7 little squares. Granny Caron's got to do something real quick. Let me count this. Here. Got 4 squares that are black. So what that means is it's going to get a double, and then a double into the double. So we're going to fill in this little square here. There's 2 ways to do this. You can go into the actual chain. That's the real proper way. But Granny Caron doesn't like doing that. So I'm going to go into this space. I'm going to put a double, another double, and then into the double crochet itself, put 1 more double. So that would be 1 block. And I got to do 4 of them. So those 3 stitches make 1 black square. 1, number 2, and then this one goes into the double. And that right there is 1 black square. Even though this is white, on my pattern, it's black square. So I got to do that 3 more times. 2, and go into the double crochet itself. So that's number 2. And that's the 3rd one. And I'm going to do 1 more. All right, what I did right here, let me show you. I had 7 that were all open. I have 4 that were all filled in. And now I got, oh, there's a whole bunch another group of open ones. There are 9 that are open. That's 1. That's 2. That's number 3. 4. Oh, that one didn't work right. That 4 we did? Go back and count them. Yep, that was 4. Number 5. 6. 7. Here's number 8. Number 9 is right there. And then it wants 3 that are filled in. One, 2. Number 3. Let me guess, there's probably 9 more that are open. Yep, 9 that are open. 1, 2, 3, 4, number 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to make certain this is 9 because I don't know if I counted right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was 9. And then we got 4 that are filled in. And after that, we got 7. So I'm going to count to make certain I really got the right amount. Hey there, Mama Rita. Yep, right there is Crafty Cubs Discord. I think that's how you kiddos keep in contact with each other. 2, 4. Then we should have 7 after that. 2, 4. Yes, we do. These next 4 get filled in. And just like the Crafty Cub, if anybody has questions about crochet or anything, you can ask me. I might be able to help you out. Number 2. 3. 4. Just double check that. Oh, oh no, Granny Caron made 1 too many. Get rid of those stitches. Got carried away there. There should be 7 open boxes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got to go into that third chain there. Alrighty here. See what we got. All twisted. This right here is going to be that bottom part of that little pattern there, of that frame that's going to go around that chicken. And that was round number 3. Row number 4's got 3 that are open. So that's chain up 5. 3 open filet boxes. Two. That was number 3. And this next one's got to be filled in. And then the next 2 are open. Next one's filled in. And the next 3 are open. This one here, we're going to chain 2, skip 2 stitches, and then the third one is where we're going to put the stitch. 3 that are open there. Skip 2, and in the third. And 2 that are filled in. That just means each stitch gets a stitch. One. Number 2. We got 7 that are open. Number 1. 2, 4, 5, 7. One that's filled in. 3 that are open. 'Oh, well, I'll be. We're in an ad. Alrighty here. I didn't even know it was going to go to commercial. Well, I'm back. What am I making? I'm making this chicken fillet little piece. Actually, I think we can measure this. We can see how big this can be. We're about 19 inches. And this is 43 squares. I think it's 43 rows. So this could be a doily. It could be incorporated into a curtain or a tablecloth. Number 7. And then we get 2 that are filled in. One that's filled in. That's 2 that's filled in. 3 that are open. Randy Caron messed up that stitch right there. Got 3 that are open. Yep, 3 open. 2, 3. And we got one that's filled in. Two that are open. Welcome back. Got one that's filled in. Got 3 that are open. Yep, we got 3 more here. That third chain. Me mark off my row here, because if not, Granny Karen's not going to remember what we were doing. All right, here we got 4 rows so far. You don't see much. This takes a little while to make. This could be used in all kinds of things. It could be part of in a tablecloth, in a curtain, pillow. 4 that are open. Number 4. I got 2 that are filled in. Hope I got enough thread here. If not, I got extra I can add. 2 that are filled in. 2 that are open. One filled in. 2 open. One filled in. I have some beautiful mandalas that my great grandmother and grandmother did in the same style. Very nice. I like it because you can make all kinds of pictures and letters and numbers and 3D. I do like them with that 3D crochet. Got 2 we're going to have open. I like filet crochet because it's no complicated stitches. Just gotta match up your little chart and make certain you're doing the right stitches in the right area to make your pictures. Well, it gets filled in. Put one right here. Fill in one that's next. We got two open. Filled in one. Two open. Is everyone else crafting along with me? Filled in one. Open. Filled in. Open one. Make certain I'm doing this the right way. Filled in one. Open one. I think we got it right. Two that are filled in. One. One more. Two that are open. The filled in one. We need to do another filled in one. Got 4 more that are open. 4 are open. Alrighty, let's see here. Get this. I don't know how well you can see this, but it's starting to look like that bottom row. Might make it easier for you youngins to see this here. See here. So those bottom rows here that we just did, those first 5, that's what we did right here. So it's forming a little border around the chicken. So got a long way to go, but made some progress on this piece here. That's Granny Caron's pattern, which is the same pattern that I got right there for y'all to see. Okay. Take a looky over here. Why, thank you, Shadow Arch. I appreciate it. Check and see what's going on over here real quick. Alrighty. Well, I think Granny Caron's gonna take a little break for tonight here. Granny Caron's hands are, our thread is acting up a little bit, but not too bad. But I'm glad to be back. I know it was a little short that I was here, but I'll be back next Thursday, and we're going to finish up on this, or work more on this, I should say. So we're going to go and see how to do this, what do they call it, raiding? I think that's what you kids call it. We're going to go find the thing to raid. And let's see here. Crafty Cub told me to do this. He said, type that in. Oh, I got things on the screen. I don't know what all that is, but that's it. If you're a follower here of the Crafty Cub, you copy that one. And we're not done yet. That's not it. And where's the next thing here? There we go. And he said if everybody was a subscriber, to copy that right there. So if you're a subscriber, copy to that little bit of information. And we're going to go raid somebody. I'll be on next Thursday. Crafty Cub will be back on Saturday. He's doing those blankets for that Project Linus. He's a good boy over there doing that charity work for those children. So tune in Saturday to see Crafty Cub work on his blankets. I'll be back on Thursday for more of this crocheted, what is this here thing called? Chicken fillet pattern. Okay, we're going to go raid the Traveling Tatter. She's over there working on a costume. She's doing tatting, which is very similar to crochet that I've been doing. So everybody, go and say hi to her and tell her Granny Caron sent you, and y'all have a good evening. As the Crafty Cub says, you do have some happy crafting over there, and I will catch you all next time. And oh, we haven't even started it yet. My word, I don't know how to do this computer stuff. You kids, and all right, there we go. Now we can do the thing. So y'all have a good evening, and I will catch you next Thursday. Be safe.